look and see.
The saxophone weeps a lonely blues down on a street with nothing to lose. Saw a flash of fangs in the alley's grind. Someone's running out of precious time. There's a heavy breathing beneath your bed, filled with all the things your mama dreads. She said it sleeps, but the fear is deep, and we're the only promise they can keep. Hear the call cut through the smoky blue. Hooty, hooty, hoo, when the darkness comes.
Hey, well, that was easy enough.
Well, we got in here with us. I see Robert D. Looks like Squatching Holly Rogers in there. Catherine. Catherine's in here. There's Hillary. Mr.
Hillary, I hope
Noble.
your husband's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we never did figure out what was wrong with Hillary's husband. Did she like whack him with a frying pan, poison him?
No,
I don't know.
Hillary, there ain't no telling what she done.
I don't know what. Pyro. Look at there.
Pyro, you want a link?
Send Pyro a link. What's he doing? He's probably at work.
Thank you,
But he can
Robert.
jump
I'm
on.
feeling better. I was down for the count for the last probably 3 days. I do know.
That's what we need. We just need Pyro to jump on here with us.
He said he's working.
God. What? So?
Well, guys, we weren't going to do Sundays. I know we said that last time, but with me being sick, and it's been our anniversary, Greg and Wanda's anniversary, and just all kinds of stuff going on. So we just decided just to go ahead and do it anyways. Greg didn't even know. Everybody had asked about it, and I told him no. And then we just decided to go ahead and do it anyways.
Robert, I've been begging her to go get some shots. She's walked around all puny for all weekend.
Roger, where are you at? I sent a link. Thank you, Brenda. Hey, Art, Hillary,
He's
Patrick,
got me.
Catherine,
Golly.
Brenda.
Heart flared up. We ain't gonna read the rest of it, she said. But he has not been taking his meds. Huh. Misty, does that sound familiar?
Hey, I don't take meds. That's the
I
thing.
know.
That's the
You
problem.
won't go to the doctor.
Well, if Flat Rock just happens to be on here or hears it, you can, we'll send you a link too. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine.
Yep. One of these days, Catherine's going to bust plumb out of that peanut shell and she's going to get in here with us.
She's funny. Golly, she's funny.
I know. She's holding back. Don't be holding back. You got to just turn it loose. Turn it loose. She could hit the ground running. Look, PJ come on here with us. Y'all seen she done great. She probably couldn't breathe for a week. Her ribs hurt, but she made it.
Pyro, yes, for sure. We actually, hold on just a second. We actually may be able to get the pictures to upload now because in order to have an intro, you have to pay now on StreamYard. And so stuff's been kind of easier once we got to figuring out how it was to get stuff uploaded, because I've been able to upload like the backgrounds and different things like that. And so I may can actually get them to upload straight to it. The other one, every time I would try to load something, when I'd go back into it later, it's like they would be gone.
Yeah. Maybe this, I mean, it's what was it, 40-something bucks a month? It wasn't bad. Apparently Art must have enjoyed the last one.
Debbie, I didn't message you back because I was out here trying to get stuff set up for this. So I hope you don't think that I just wasn't trying to message you back earlier.
Oh, there. Verax has made it in the house. Look at there.
Feel better, thank you. All right, so golly, we've got
Awesome.
24 people in here, and it late.
We,
We'll try to keep it short tonight, since it is Sunday. But
we may not. Depends on what jumps off.
Greg, we're gonna try to keep it short tonight.
I just look. We just look. We get a few more people in here. We're gonna take a boat. We're gonna take a boat. If Misty's gonna go in the background where y'all can see her romper she's got on.
I am not.
Why not? She's got like the baddest
She
ass.
already had me up dancing like MC Hammer.
It was awesome. Awesome. Y'all, she's got a Halloween romper that's got like big old skulls on it and stuff. Look, that's not regular overall strap. She's got a full-fledged romper deal.
Oh crap. It's look, my stepdad got it for me, and he said, you may want to wear it outside to work in, or just lounging around the house. He said I figured they'd be comfortable. And I'll tell you what, I don't care what it looks like. Y'all laugh if you want to, but just wait till the next meet and greet, because don't think I'm not going to be sporting it around.
First thing popped in my head when she stood up earlier after the woodball show. She stood up showing me and Spencer, and the first thing popped in my head was, "Can't touch this, do." Because I'm talking about. I was like, "That's MC Hammer right there."
That's what it looks like. I told him, I said, I swear the crotch of it hangs down to my knees, and I feel like a baby in a onesie with a saggy diaper.
Look, y'all. She could put duct tape around the legs. She'd go in a Dollar General and like wipe out a whole aisle and not have to pay for it.
He ain't lying.
Oh
man.
yes, it's priceless. Look, I ain't gonna say that I'd wear one, but it's pretty cool looking. Look, she could get like the whole honey bun rack. She just walked out like fluffy and squishy looking.
Walmart. Yeah.
What's that? That's a honey bun wobble. Oh, look, I ain't kidding y'all. Y'all just got to see it. We got 25 in here. So look,
Roger seen it.
Yeah, look. So everybody that votes yes that Misty should back up where y'all can see the super romper, just type MC in there for MC Hammer. That's what we need.
Yeah. Yes, Pyro. That's like pretty much what it is. No kidding.
Oh, look at
I hate you so much, Greg.
Look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about.
No.
Sure, you got to. It's too good not to.
Oh my gosh, you're
You got to
killing
show the
me.
back. 'Cause look, the back side. There's like a skull, big white skull. The whole butt is nothing but a skull.
You're killing me.
Oh,
What is this other?
look, we just talked about it. And this jump, we done got 30 more, or up to 30 people. We've gained 5 people since we talked about the romper.
Hillary, can y'all read that font? If you can't, I'll change it.
I'm about to get my spectacles out where I can read it.
I may have to change it. Hold on. All right. Look, you're killing me.
It's romper time. It's romper time.
Romper time.
It's romper time.
I hate you so much for this.
No, you don't. You got to show them the full. Oh, the chair is all the way. Check out the. See, I told y'all. give a little running man back there.
You know what's so funny is Rebecca sent me almost the same outfit like 2 days before he gave me this one, and it was an owl, and she was like, "You have to order this and wear it on the show." And that woman was standing there like that with the pole. Oh God! Do the
I
crowd.
told y'all. Look, she wipe out like the whole honey bun off.
I tell you, they are really comfortable. I'm not kidding. Like, I mean, gosh, they're awesome. I don't care.
Look, them things are sized to where if you and JR start arguing, that could be your get along clothes. Y'all just get them together.
I can get like 10 people in here.
Yes. Sleep too.
Oh, shit. I'm already crying. My new wedding dress.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Man. How many subscribers have we got on here now? What, 200 something maybe?
I really don't know. I've not even checked.
Uh-huh. Well, no, that's. Oh, let me just see.
He got my sister's son that's got chickens.
Oh, that's. Look, let me mute that down a little bit. We have 206.
Ain't bad. Ain't bad. There's 28 people in here.
No, we'll start climbing the ladder for long. Get us some actual topics and study up on and brush up on, and instead of just our great personalities pulling us through.
I don't know. They're cotton, but they're like really thin and like flimsy.
Uh-huh. They ain't like tearaway, are they? Well, I bet you them babies. I bet you them babies that glide around one of them damn stripper poles like nobody's business.
He ordered them from Temu. It is where I'm pretty sure where he got them from because my mom said that he had an addiction to ordering stuff.
That could sleep like 14 Chinese children that made them.
He said, "I hope you can wear them." I said, "Well, I think I can." Oh.
No doubt. They are pretty snazzy looking. Just like a trendsetter.
I didn't, y'all know. Listen, this is not even going where. Can we go braless then? Yes. Hey, Hillary, they're so bright. Like, I mean, what is it? You ain't saying nothing.
Direct sunlight, you need shades. Come with a warning label. Yeah, it should be floated off.
Oh, man. Hang on just a second. Let me change the font, make it a little easier to see. Can y'all read that okay?
What's like? Well, not without my glasses, I can't.
Well, I can't see it either, but yeah, they're really comfortable.
Yeah, they are kind of. Look. I accused her of joining up with them juggalos and juggalettes.
Spencer was giving me so much crap earlier, and I was like, "Don't think I'm not wearing them to the meet and greets." And he was like, "Oh," he said, "You have to." He said, "You definitely can't let people down now."
But
said, "What are you saying, Spencer?"
As loud a coloring is on them things. You get my vote for most likely to get snatched by a booger man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it was funny as crap because I about fell down I don't know how many times going from the house out to the barn because it was still daylight and I wasn't even gonna go outside in them.
You know what we're gonna wind up having to do. I don't know how we're gonna get him talked into it, but we're gonna have to get over here to just break out the shell and jump on here and tell about the stuff he's been going through for the last little while.
So What are we talking about? We've done got off track now, talking about my
Well,
damn sea hammer pants.
hey, I'm telling you, them things is like trend setting. Um, I
Oh,
don't know, just we can talk about all kind of things going on. Um, Finally got a Flat Rock, bless his heart. He come back from the LBL and was going to swing by here and hang out with me for a few hours. And
good night,
he
Diamond.
luckily he did. He came by here, but as soon as he got off the interstate, his truck started messing up. He was having transmission trouble. Well, he made it here barely. I'm talking about like on a wing and a prayer. He got here, and no, I don't need no pair of them. They anyway, Flat Rock made it here, and we let his truck cool down. It wasn't running hot, just like the transmission was hot. And he gave it a few hours and tried it. That thing wouldn't even barely move. So he wound up. He was kind of stranded here, and I said, "Man, just spend the night. We'll worry about it." Because when he got here, it was right at dark. I said, "Well, man, I got 3 bedrooms." I said, "Just spend the night. We'll worry about getting you home tomorrow." So he called his wife, told her he's going to stay here. And the next day, it was apparently the torque converter had went out. So he got a buddy of his that was from Florida that was in Birmingham because his mom was in the hospital in Birmingham. So he drove up here and picked up Flat Rock and carried him back home because he had to go right by Flat Rock's house, which is
How
about,
crazy was that? I mean, what was the
I mean,
odds of that happening?
yeah, the guy was within probably between 50 minutes and an hour here. So he just ran up here and got him and took off, which it takes him about 3.5, 4 hours to get home from here because he's just straight down Alabama from me. But anyway, we were that night while we were sitting in here in the living room. Flat Rock was sitting in this chair, and I was sitting in my big recliner. And we had a couple of 3, 4 nights a week. We got a like a video chat that's it's like Jeff Yarrington and Bud and they Pat was in there, Patrick Noble's in there with us, and I was in there, and then like Kenny Shivers is in there a lot. Wendell, of course, was in there, and me and Roger will jump in some. But anyway, we'll just get in there and just talk. We're just talking about whatever. Well, Flat Rock, me and him been in the same room with both our phones, was using our phones. Well, it was echoing. So Ken said, "Well, I'm going to go out here and sit on your back porch." So he goes out of the living room and through the kitchen and goes out on the back porch. And y'all, I've got like a 12-foot long, a big treated lumber, heavy duty picnic table on the back porch and a bunch more chairs. Well, I told Ken when he started out, I said, "Hey, man, there's a light switch right there by the door. And on the porch post, there's another switch that lights up the whole porch." He said, "I'm going to just go out here and sit." So, okay. Well, he's out there about 10 minutes and we're all in chat and we're just randomly talking about whatever. Well, next thing I know, Flat Rock, we're all looking at him on the screen like this. And he said, "Y'all, it's something out here." And next thing I know, I heard the door open. Well, he comes in. Well, when he comes in, he turns his phone off. Well, he comes into the living room. He comes over here, sits in his chair. And I'm sitting over looking at him like, "What's going on?" He said, "There's a Bigfoot in the yard." I said, "What?" He goes, there's a Bigfoot out there in the yard." I said, "You see it?" He said, "Nope, but it's like between your building and the end of the cabin." He said, "I think it's right here at the end of the cabin." And that's the dark end because my security light's on the other end. And he didn't have the porch lights on. So that end, y'all, is like a black hole. There's no light whatsoever. It's just woods and trees and nothing. And the cabin blocks any light from going back there. Well, the more we got talking about it, he said, "That thing come up out there." I said, "Well, what was it doing?" He said, "I could hear it breathing." I said, "Yeah, I've heard it a bunch breathing." He said, "Man, that thing said it had massive lungs, said it was like it was wheezing or raspy. Just, and y'all, you hear that thing, it'll be, I've heard it. There's a window right here and my recliner's there. It's like 5, 6 feet. I've heard that thing come up to this window and you can hear it breathing." I mean, I'll be like on my phone or reading something. TV will be down like on one or two, barely hear it. It'll be like 2 in the morning. And I may hear a leaf or something outside, but if you sit there and listen, this thing will be breathing in, and it's like it's going. It's like it's nearly like an asthmatic Darth Vader. And but the damn thing, and you'll just hear it wheezing, and it's like its lungs is as big as a trash can. But that's what Flat Rock heard out there, and he didn't stay out there, but just a minute he come back in here. He's like, man, he's like, brother, that thing was right here at the end wall, and from where he was sitting, it wouldn't be to the end of the house is 18 feet or less. And so, I mean, it had walked right up to him. And the more we talked about it, he said, I think it was right there, right around the corner in the dark. He said, I'm not sure it wasn't like right against the end wall. I said, well, that's the end wall they usually hit anyway. When they come up and hit the wall, it's that wall they come up on the dark end, and that's where all the woods are. So that's been the last thing, y'all, that I've really had here. And it's not all the time, and I don't never know when something's going to happen. I don't know if it's when some of my buddies are here or whatever, but we just don't never know. But Flat Rock, as much stuff as Flat Rock has to go on, he got up here and got to have a little encounter with some of my stuff.
Do y'all hear that? I've had to mute my mic while you was talking. There was like a ringing. Could you all hear that? Say something.
Can you hear me?
It's not doing it now.
Huh.
That was weird. It was going.
Huh. I don't know. I didn't ever hear it.
Look, they said they can hear it. Sounds like an old dot matrix printer. Is it still doing it?
I can hear crickets chirping.
There's something running. I don't know if one of the neighbors has got a generator going or what. I don't know. Okay, they said they can't hear it now. That was weird.
You ain't got a lonely neighbor woman that's needing more batteries or something, maybe.
They said it's when you talk, but I noticed if I mute my mic, though, it doesn't do it. But yeah, no, I mean, that's wild. I mean, what's the odds of that, though? It's almost like it was, I hate to say it because his truck was tore up, but it's almost like it was meant for him to be there to experience that just because of how everything fell into place.
Well, that's on the, Missy, you know where it's at. It's on the same end where we had the red eyes come up to my Connex building, and they come around the Connex, and then it was, then it threw the rock out at us that night.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. They always seem to come in right there, either up the side of the hill, it seems like, or now, I don't know. They come around that whole back side. I've seen a lot of shit in a lot of spots right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Who all we got in here? We got 36 folks in here.
Lisa, Brenda, Steve, Verax, Hillary.
There ain't nobody scared to go to work sleepy tomorrow. There ain't nobody scared to go to work sleepy.
Oh, crap. Look here. Last night, my Bluetooth speaker started blinking, and I heard people laughing, and my phone turned off.
Really? That was just Uncle Slammy taking a peek, seeing what you was doing.
Spencer is a turd. We can't never get him to come on. He's probably already in bed.
He's snuggled up with Teddy, snoring right now.
Let me check your mic right quick and see if
it needs adjusted.
I don't think it's you, but
I can't see. It's not doing anything. I can't hear anything. Just happening.
Okay, say something.
How about now? We'll get the bugs worked out one of these days. Like I said, all I can hear crickets and stuff.
It was doing that before, but the thing is, I think it's because I have to use an internet booster. And it seemed like when I had them plugged in the last time, I guess they were too close, and I've got it plugged up right here because I'm outside in the greenhouse trying to get my internet to reach out here. So it may be that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Look, I'm telling you, I don't doubt it at all. At all. You know how many times my phone will echo while I'm talking to somebody? So, and it could be, it could be the neighbors picking it up on a ham radio or something. I don't know, but
Look,
somebody's listening
I'll,
because of the way it echoes. And I'll tell you something else that's weird. I don't know about y'all, but my daggone phone, I, every time I take a picture, send a picture, anything anymore, it'll scan the picture. Nothing, all that crap is turned off on my phone. Yeah, and it scans the picture every single time I take a picture and send it. Not of everything. It just depends on what it is. It's weird. Uh, just saying.
well, here, look, we've talked about this numerous times. All I can say is, look, Mr. Man in Black that's got the job to spy on like me and Misty and Spencer and Roger, dude, you're welcome. But you could like send us a Christmas card as a little thank you gift or something, because you got to have the coolest damn job to sit back and laugh at our bullshit all day long. I mean, that dude has got a dream job.
Well, yeah, especially if he's listening to our phone calls and everything. Because I mean,
Oh yeah, we go off the rails. We can't discuss the the outlandish theories that we come up with sometimes, because we're just bouncing ideas back and forth, and it runs off the rails pretty regular.
hey, we're
And
solving world problems. Let me tell you.
look, the UN ain't got shit on us. Nothing. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've got to. I better not say.
I wonder. Look, I wonder if we could get us. I wonder if they made some of those rompers like that, but if they had them with like footies, like foot things sewed in them.
Well, somebody was saying something about yes, you can get some. I had some. Like y'all, I have all kinds of pajamas like that.
Yeah. Get some of them. It's got the hospital sock treads on the bottom.
Do what?
You know that. Look, that's what they always. That's like one of the things they was cautioning men on. Look, if you're a single man in a dating pool, if you go out with a woman and you do go back to her house, dig through her sock drawer. That tells you more than anything. What you're looking for is them down multiple sets of those hospital socks. That way, she's been at the damn nut house. You know, they got the rubber treadles on the bottom. So if you find a sock drawer, it's got a bunch of socks with treads in it. Run.
Look here. Those are no slips. Me and Davey can hook you up, Greg.
Oh my God. Yes. If you find those in a straitjacket in the closet, you better exit stage left.
We were just talking about that, Hillary, and we
Or
were
Cass.
trying to figure out if we got to see if we're gonna be able to talk Kane into doing it again this year, because it's kind of been a what, I guess 3 years. Will this be the fourth year or the third year that me, you, and Roger and Kane's done a show and dressed up? So
Well, you know, it's supposed to be three of them, but we could be the four blind mice.
yeah, hold on. It might. Let me check it.
Don't know. I can idle the volume down a little bit here.
No,
Let's see.
I can do it right here. Hang on. Say something.
How about now?
It keeps running itself up. Say something.
How about now?
Okay, let me turn mine down too. See if that
We
makes
are.
it.
I talk loud, y'all. It's because I'm deaf. I busted my eardrums too many times shooting firearms.
Can y'all hear me okay, or am I too loud?
No, not from my end of it. You're not.
Okay. Are you talking about the ones that had the round part that you like stepped on them and you bounced the moon shoes?
Money slippers. I
Do you
didn't
know
never have
what
one.
do you know what they're talking about? Do you
Yeah.
remember those? They were like half a ball or something. I don't know. And they were plastic, but they had like round, like a volleyball or something on the bottom of them. And you'd strap them onto your shoes and you'd bounce around on them. They were called moon shoes.
No, I didn't have time to play. I had to grow up farming.
Uh, it's right in front of me, actually, Hillary. I'm looking at it right now. It's straight in front of me.
Well, now wait a minute. Was tonight? When was that moon eclipse deal?
Uh,
Was that not supposed to be tonight or last night? It's tonight. Yeah, it's supposed to be a moon eclipse.
really? Well, I'm not seeing
Yeah,
nothing.
I think that's right. Some of y'all in chat, is that y'all check on that for us?
I
I
wondered if it
think
was a full moon tonight because I mean it looks like
yeah.
it's full. I've not even kept up with nothing this month. Hey PJ,
There's PJ. We
remember the
would have
ones
got
that had
PJ
wheels?
here.
Yes, the wheelies. The, I'll tell you what. Look, I would still wear some of those.
The wheelie shoes.
Yes.
She have her wheelie shoes and her dadgum her her Prince deep purple corduroy breeches.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Tell us how many pairs of capri pants you used to kick back in the day.
God, I don't know a lot. Bell bottoms,
Oh, uh,
bell bottoms, capris. I don't know. I used to wear all kinds of stuff whenever I was down younger. I could wear stuff like that. Now I stick to my moo-moos and my MC Hammer pants and my Bamberalls.
her new Mac rompers. Some I'm call them Mac rompers. Oh,
Mick Ropers.
oh.
Yes.
Look, if you had that romper and them wheelie shoes, you could just get out in the road to the wind blowing. You just go to town. You just be like a sail. That's like one. That's nearly like one of those damn or what is it? The glider suits that they bail out of the airplanes. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh man. Hold on.
So night of September 7th, 8th. Oh, it's not visible from North America. Well, there we go. Well, crap. Well, they sure did talk it up, big. And there, PJ. Hey, PJ, we love you. Maybe you'll get ungrounded for long, and you can come back out and play.
Look, I can't help it. I'm a troublemaker.
I'm telling you.
I don't know how to behave. I try.
I know. I know. Like,
She got her grounded.
that's it. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, I try to tell y'all, look, you know, I give yins a paper to sign. I can't help that yins don't read it.
Yeah, look, I think what she done technically, go ahead and go ahead and just fess up. But you talked PJ into eating too many honey buns and run her sugar up and made her a little whoopy.
Oh gosh.
Got her liquored up on sugar.
Put her in a sugar coma.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, all right, so we
She
are
gonna She's gonna have to get her one of those Amish burner phones and keep it in a pile of leaves outside where nobody will know.
Can't tell you're right though. That's so funny. Had her
Man.
tube shorts and everything.
uh,
Hillary done said Amish burner phone.
yes, that's what I'm talking about. Amish burner phone. Got to keep that out there where you can bootleg and get on the internet on a podcast.
So somebody asked about, hold on, about what was it about what's that's supposed to show up in a couple of weeks? Roger's ride home, I think. Let's see. I gotta see if I can find it.
Grow up in a couple of weeks. Don't
I
know.
think that's. I'm looking. It was way up here somewhere. Uh, golly, I ain't even finding it.
Don't know.
I don't see it. Ask again, whatever it was. If you guys, I think it might have been Duty Bird that asked. Never allow her to do Everclear Jello shots.
Look, Leanne, that is, you are 100% correct. There's nothing ever
That's
that I
right.
watch on a nothing that I'll ever see on a podcast will top the strolling was squatch and holler, the death of the deer. That broke the internet, and Roger took it down. I was so let down. That was like internet gold.
What I'm confused. Apparently, I don't know. Is that the spaceship? Is that what they're calling it?
Oh yeah. Look, them side. Look, if it is aliens, they'll take one look at this damn dumpster fire and they'll hang a left. They come by Earth, they gonna lock the damn doors.
Hey, old fart. So is that what you're talking about? Is that what it is? The spaceship?
Yeah, the whatever
You,
the hell's floating this way,
well,
about three
okay.
gazillion
Listen.
miles an hour.
How many of y'all? Let me ask you this: how many of you guys in here think that that's really what's coming, or do y'all think it's going to be damn like a projection or something that they're going to do just to distract from something else?
Oh, look, hey, the Epstein list ain't hit
Oh,
the fan
Facebook
yet.
comment. Okay, see, I thought, yeah, that's what you think. Okay,
Yeah, it's interstellar space turd. That may be you may be right. A flaming one,
I
130,000 mile an hour. That's nearly as fast as my bus driver from elementary school.
yeah, hey, I'm just saying. I mean, look, I'm not saying that's what I believe. Y'all know me. I just cause I say stuff and I throw it out there, that don't mean that's what I think. I just question everything.
Oh, they
And
show up my
I mean, it
goddamn.
makes you wonder if with all this new AI and everything that they got and they're showing, I mean, look at all the projections and things that they can do
I've
and
been trying to
show.
figure. Look, I've been trying to figure out what I got that I can trade for a damn lightsaber.
No tail. I,
Now, I'm hearing something. I know what that is. I'm wondering if your computer's got a little fan in it.
oh no! I've got my computer plugged. That was the only way I could get it to run. I'll mute my mic. Hang on. I've
No,
got
that's
it
all
plugged
right.
into a battery pack.
It's
Is it
fine.
loud?
No, it just. Ooh, that unless damn Jr's got one of them remote controls to one of them extracurricular devices.
Like,
Leanne, where she said it's Popo. Oh,
What is
that Leanne.
it's me. Hold on, Hillary. I'll
Leanne. Well, I mean, it ain't. I can't hardly hear it. Popo run. Look, when Misty can't wait to get down here and try out my new patrol car, she'll be wanting me to cuff her and put her in the back seat. See how long it takes her to get out.
I may not can get out depending on how tight you put them and if you lock me in. But now listen, if you don't lock them, I bet I can get out of them.
Oh my god. She'd be screaming Rumpelstiltskin or some shit. And I'd be like, what's that? A safe word? Oh.
Just, I mean, like, we'll take a ban on it.
Oh.
At least, well, I can't say that because I may not can now. I was gonna say I can at least get them from behind me in front of me, but I don't know. I'm old. I may not can do that anymore.
Oh my god. Depends on how sturdy the bedpost is, right?
No, no, that's not what I meant. My my arms used to be like really double jointed, and I could take them from behind my back and have them like my hands together and bring them all the way around. But I
Wow.
don't know that I could do it anymore. I'm old and my joints pop.
Like a transformer in the back save a cop car.
Oh my God, I used to do that and it'd freak everybody out. They're like, stop.
Uh,
No oversharing.
yes. Oh man.
Oh, yeah, I better not say.
Uh,
When you listen, you don't run upper pod 5 and not damn have a few set of handcuffs that you know how to get in and out of.
that's what I'm not. She practiced that stuff for years. So, what'd you get for Christmas? I got a brand new set of handcuffs and a stopwatch. Pyro, pyro, fatality.
It is him.
No shit. Yes. Oh, oh,
I used to love playing that game.
oh, yes. Mortal Kombat was it. I mean, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I could damn wear out some Mortal Kombat.
I bet my brother spent $20,000 in quarters playing that game.
I can't do it anymore, Roger. I'm old.
Uh, Roger, look, I tore my left shoulder up a few years ago, and there for about almost a year. If I picked up anything at like 20 or 30 pounds, if I picked it up and didn't go smooth with it, my shoulder, the ball would pop out and dislocate, and my arm would just be like just flopping. And oh my God, now look, it hurt, but putting it back, it didn't make me throw up, dude.
Golly.
I popped it back in place probably. I bet I've done it 50 times over a little over a year. I pulled it out so many times, it was horrible. Doctor kept asking me, he's like, how you get it back? I said, it ain't easy. I could stand by a chair and like pick my shoulder up. I could put my hand on like the arm of the chair and I could move around and I could feel that ball. It would line up with the socket. And I just hold my arm straight and I'd drop. And that thing, y'all, when it popped back in, it'd go. And when it did that, it would buckle my knees. I'd just sit there and like break out in a cold sweat, hyperventilate a little bit. Then I'd
Man,
be okay.
my little sister used to be bad about that. Man, she was a little asshole when she was small. She'd run up behind my mom, and she done it to all of us. But like, I'm telling you, you know how it is. I mean, my mom was like, I was afraid to keep taking her to the daggone emergency room. They're going to think I'm beating this kid. Because she would come up behind you while you sitting on the couch or in the recliner. And I'm talking, she's probably about 2.5. But she'd reach up and grab you by the back of the hair and just hold your hair and just fall down to the ground. And she got to where when she'd do that, my mom we knew what she was going to do. So you'd grab her arm as soon as you'd feel her grab your hair. And she flopped down and pulled her shoulder out of socket. I don't know how many times doing that crap. And my mom was like, Caitlin, you got to stop.
Wow. Look there. Brenda's done had a total shoulder replacement. And that's odd. Why in the world they figured out to do that, the reversal, where they put the socket is on the actual arm part and the ball is up here. It's reversed. I don't know. I mean, I know they done it for a reason, but I don't know why. But yeah, that shoulder replacement, that'll take a minute to get over.
Debbie said I got pulled over in Salt Fork. He let me go because he said I was one of them Bigfooter, LOL.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I told him that we needed to look that up and see about checking that out.
Well, I'll tell you what, I talked to a guy, I'm not going to name names, but y'all know this guy. I talked to him this evening for about an hour, and he was telling me that, he's got a son that's law enforcement, has been for a very long time. And he said his son was, still kind of struggling with the thoughts of Bigfoot and cryptids being real. And then he said where his son's a police officer at, they have to deal with black bears a lot. And said that, that they got certain rounds to put in their gun. I guess their shotgun. I know it's a shotgun. But like if they get a call that somebody's got a bear around their house tearing something up or just a nuisance bear, said that they grab a shotgun and they put different rounds in it. They put less lethal, like big rubber slugs in it, so they can, basically scorch their butt and run them off and they don't kill them. But he said that it's basically a department policy, or I don't know if it's like a written down policy, but it's what come down to them from the other senior officers, that they get calls that's bear calls and, use this ammo. But if they get something else that's an animal around or something is basically, I guess, probably attacking the house or it scares people or whatever, and they get a call that's basically a cryptid call, that they load their guns a certain way with buckshots and slugs. Now, just think about that.
Okay, listen, I don't want to put you on the spot or nothing like that. Can you talk about what we talked about the other night, or no? About the calls that.
Oh, those calls. Look, I'm gonna try. I still hadn't talked to that officer again. I didn't know if you could
say anything about it or not.
I haven't talked to anybody, and I don't. As far as I know, they hadn't had any more calls. But yeah, that's about 13 miles from where I'm sitting. But the county that I live in, the county officer got like 5 calls in 2 nights to a certain area on this one road, and it was multiple houses. And I talked to the guy the second night. He had already been out there twice the day before, or the evening before. It was after dark, and he'd already been twice the next night when I was over there. And he's like, "Man, look, y'all got some cryptid type bullshit going on up here." I just chuckled. And one of my buddies that's a city officer, he had talked to this guy. This guy's a pretty new county officer for our county. He's been a law enforcement officer in another county for a few years. So it's not no green, some dude that's green to law enforcement. He's been around, he's been a cop for a while, but he was like, "Y'all, I don't know what to make of this." And he said that one place he went to, that a man that lived in one of the houses said that the caller told him when he got there, said, "Look, he come outside with his gun and the thing was on, I reckon what I understood, was on all fours and covered in hair. And when it saw him, the thing stood up on 2 legs and then ran off." And said it was massive. Said it had to be over 8 foot tall. And one lady, it was an older lady at another house, said that the thing come up was like just banging, just slamming on the wall. and said it was hitting the wall of her house. I said, well, no, is this like a camp? You never know. I said, was it a camper, a mobile home, single wide, double wide house? He said, no, it was a house, stick built house. And said the thing was hitting the wall so hard outside it was knocking pictures off the wall inside the house.
Golly.
And said it was like it was throwing stuff up on the roof. And I mean, plundering around somebody's house where I live is not very intelligent for a person. That's a good way to get killed. So yeah, it was crazy. But like I said, I haven't talked to the guy. I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow. I think he'll be on shift tomorrow. Maybe I'll get out and try to talk with him and see if I can get any more info on what's going on with that. But yeah, there's several law enforcement officers. Hard to get them to talk about it. There's been several guys that I know that's experienced stuff and or either been out on calls where other people, just calls where people called in because they had something going on. But yeah, there's a lot of calls that come out like that nobody knows about.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, if it is somebody messing around just because they just so happen to hear about all, the stuff that's been going on, I mean, they're messing up by messing around because that's a good way to, get yourself shot doing something like that. Just, kids trying to play around. But the thing is, who would be able to, unless you had a group of people doing it, you're not going to be able to have somebody going back and forth like that. So I mean, wonder what got it stirred up that night.
Well, I don't know. Well, here's just me thinking out of the box on it. I don't really know anybody that's on. I know where the road's at. I know the road number, but I mean, I don't know if I know anybody that lives on that road. But I got to wondering if maybe there's a lot of things that could have happened. It could have been one may have been lurking around. Somebody may have shot one. It could have even been as simple as, let's just say somebody elderly lived on that road or somebody lived on that road and had been habituating these things. Well, let's say that they died or they got put in the hospital or out of town and they hadn't fed the thing for a while. Well, it may be pissed. I mean, there's a lot of things that could provoke something. So I don't know.
I don't know. That's
the reason I caution people a lot about.
Hold on.
Don't.
Look what Pyro said. Did you see that interview of a show where the deputy said his preceptor told him to pack a clip of silver bullets in Texas? I ain't seen that. Have you?
I hadn't seen it, but Pyro, guess what old Greg's got that goes with him everywhere?
Wow. I mean, come on now. Why would if that's really true, why would they say something like that if they don't actually know something?
Look, I mean, I don't know. I just know that it's folklore of that silver wards off a lot of stuff. And old Greg got a silver cross right here. And I'm telling you, I've got some high silver content bullets. I carry them. I don't know if I need them, but I'm going to have them.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I'm gonna have to make us up some kits. Look, I'm gonna make us up a damn new version of the Van Helsing kits.
No doubt.
It'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? If I could, I'll carve us some little boxes and everything. I'll have to do
that. Talking about. We'll do that and carry some to the next conference we show up at, and we'll sell them.
It'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it?
Yes. Everybody else got regular medical kits. You sell like a cryptid kit.
Yeah. Some holy water guns.
Yes. No doubt. What are you packing? A super soaker?
It could be, but if it is, I hate that for them because it could turn bad if they.
Look, I really doubt it's a teenager because where I live.
I mean, dude was terrified.
Yeah. Yeah, people, these kids around here know that people here will shoot the piss out of you.
Yeah. Just throw some salt on it. Yep.
Hillary, I wondered that about the rabies deal. Yeah, I thought about that for several years, and that would be a bad scenario.
Okay, they say possums can't get rabies, right? I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. That's what they say, and I think it's because their temperature ain't their temperature too low to get it or something. Ain't that what it is? If y'all know, tell me. I'm
I'm
not
not sure.
100% on that, but I'm thinking that's what it is. But if that's the case, I mean, maybe they can't get them.
Hey, keep everybody entertained. I'll be right back. Give me about
I know
45
you ain't
seconds.
leaving me by myself. Where you going?
For 45, look, right before we started the show, I just cooked a big platter of chicken livers, and I've got to go take what I got to take what's left and throw them in the refrigerator. I can't let them go bad. That's like blasphemy. And what made me think about it was Colt. Colt just sent me a message like, "Hey, Daddy, I'm coming by there on the way to school tomorrow and get some chicken livers." He loves them. He loves them. I had to cook like a platter because he will eat his weight in them. But I will be right back.
Okay.
Look, do another MC Hammer dance till I get back.
You just go on and damn put your chicken wings in the refrigerator.
I'll be right back. Ain't going nowhere. I can hear you.
He probably does. Spencer's always had rabies. Hammer time. No, it is not. Y'all got that once and that's it. No, no, no. I can't even stand to smell chicken livers cooking. That's exactly what it is. He's lying. He's lying. All right. So listen, y'all. Don't know, Robert. Well, uh, I didn't know if it was tonight or tomorrow. That's what I was wondering too.
So, what are you wondering about?
Steve said the moon in Kentucky's full, but it's not the blood moon. Maybe tomorrow night. I thought, golly, I don't know. I've slept so much the last 2 days, but I was thinking day before yesterday, it was awful red then.
I don't know what I just did. I hit something and I made the dadgum screen like shrink down.
What? No, I
Well,
see you fine.
now I got to get back out of where I'm at. Hold on. How do I get me out of where I'm at here?
I don't know. I see you. I don't know where you are.
Hold on. I hit something on this newfangled thing and it made me tiny. Our whole screen's about like a debit card now.
Well, down in the corner.
Out on the street,
You see it?
down in the corner.
That's what I was thinking. Credence Clearwater.
Cancel.
Now,
That
see
ain't
it?
it.
Right there at the square. I don't know. I don't know what you hit. Ain't no telling.
I can
That
say
ain't
it's more
it.
better than
Well,
that.
no,
No,
that
but
ain't it. Right there.
I went to turn my camera back on. Hang on, this may go wild. Give me a minute. I don't know what gonna happen. I might show
Nobody
back up
does. We
wearing a,
never know.
I might show back up wearing a romper. I don't know. I got no idea. Look here.
Hey,
Go.
I bet it ain't like this motherfucker.
I'm gonna be right. I touched something and the whole screen just like compressed down.
Leanne said a what? A romper. Leanne, oh my God, was you not in here when I showed my MC pants?
She got the MC Hammer romper going.
Robert said, hit the box up in the top right side.
The box up in the top right side.
Yep. You see it?
Nope.
You ain't on your phone though, are you? Or I mean on a computer, so I don't know what yours
No,
is gonna look like.
no, I'm on this Kindle. I hit something and the whole screen just like shrunk down.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Did you see what Richard said?
What? He did.
I didn't see that.
He's talking about me, I think.
Buy your X mark is what he said.
By my ex.
They make them in extra medium.
Oh, that didn't do it.
Are you there? Man down.
I'm trying to. Give me a second.
Where'd you go? You're all froze up looking like you got a cheeks full of food stored for the winter. What are you eating on? You
Chicken
been
liver.
slipping in the wings? Uh-oh. Now we got two of you. That ain't no good. Hang on. There we go. What are you doing?
I'm working on it. How did I get back in there? Hang on.
I don't know what in the world.
I don't know what I've done. Y'all just bear with me. How am I in here and I'm not in here?
I don't know. You've come back in again.
Well,
What are you doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm telling you.
See what happens when you give him power?
Look here. It goes to my head. Back up. Back up.
Why are
Hold
you
on.
not showing up here?
I don't know.
Let me look. What have you done?
I ain't got no clue. It's like I'm on here, but I'm not on here.
Okay, look. He's making a collage.
Yes. Hold on.
Oh God.
I have to close out and come back. Hold on.
I was gonna say go out and come back in because we're gonna try to at least tell a couple scary stories, then we're gonna have to go. So hurry up.
Hold on. Give me a second.
We run so far off the tracks, we've been in here an hour and ain't even told nothing.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I know.
You got
I'm
us
trying to figure out how to.
first thing on my pants.
I'm trying to figure out how to close it out. I can't even do that. Hold on. I'll be back. Give me a minute.
Just go out. I'll take it out. I don't. Where's Thumpkin? Look, yeah, y'all know when you hear, you get what you get. Oh man. All right, so while we're waiting on Greg to come back, what do y'all want to hear story wise? What do you want to talk about? Man down, yeah. No kidding. I hear a dog barking. My neighbors are probably coming out to see what in the world's going on with me out here damn cackling. Scary Bigfoot dog man. You know that we were going to do the show actually tonight on that's what Michelle had asked for was Legends of the Black Dog. And that was the plan to do the show. And we didn't know that Spencer today was actually doing the show that he done about the dog men. And so we decided not to do that tonight. But that's why that's one reason why everything's kind of off the rails is because we had a plan and then, we can't never plan anything. Y'all already know that by now. Hold on a second. Well, I did look up some though, Michelle, some of the dog legends. And the funny thing is that it's everywhere. You had said something about it being I think it was England or something, and it's everywhere, everywhere. Even I think what Roger's son Peyton's seen is pretty much, the same thing as what these people are describing, that they're seeing it turning into a mist. Hold on. Let's see if this works this time.
Here I am.
There he is.
I'm on the other side now.
I can tell what happened to me about 3 to 5 times a year while not fishing. What? Hold on now, Verby. What in the world? Let's see. Look. Tell us a scary story, maybe about. Oh well, never mind.
Tell us about your first date, Misty.
Yeah, no, we better not talk about that. That is kind of scary, though.
Right now, I feel like Coonbug because I'm up here eating.
Well, I saw one a few years ago. It was kind of like black static in the shape of a huge dog, then it just disappeared.
Mm.
I fell asleep in my car and woke up, and it was at night, and something was tapping my window right by my head. Yeah.
Were you armed?
I'm not having that. Sherry and him, whenever we went to Daniel Boone, remember, Greg, where you were camped? You were the first one. And
Yeah.
then it was me and Mark was sleeping in his truck, and I had my tent and had it. Me and him shared a campsite, and I put my tent up back behind his truck, which we had a bear come into camp, a pretty good sized bear. And Debbie Porch come out running it off, and she's going, Misty, you got a bear outside your tent. And I was like, Debbie, what are you doing out here barefoot?
Just pulling a Tim.
Going, hey bear.
Just doing a Tim Paler and rough talking him.
Yeah. What's the funny though is, she comes out of her tent, and Larry's like, what are you doing outside with a bear out there?
I saw where Pyro said he was snacking on cold catfish. Oh, there's nothing no better than cold catfish fried. Oh, I'd rather have it cold. I had hot. Pull it straight out of the refrigerator and eat it.
I don't know what in the world is out in the back of my back here where the chickens are. I probably got a daggone possum or a coon coming in. The dog's back there throwing a fit, and she's back there at the chickens.
Yeah.
But that night that we were there, though, and all of us, we had some, golly, there was some crazy crap went on that trip. The whole trip, actually. I mean, Sherry and Donna and Jim stayed in their big tent. They were in the center, kind of like out in the middle. There was a few campsites. and everybody else was kind of around the edge and down the side, and it kind of followed the creek, but it was like above the creek. The creek went off and like down into like I don't know, what would you say, Greg? Probably about from the road. I don't think it really did though, did it? It leveled out and then started getting higher as it went.
Yeah.
And you had to kind of, it was a steep step off back where my tent was.
Yeah.
And I don't know what in the world, but damn, Sherry and him the night before that happened to me, something came up, and I don't know. I can't remember if Donna said it smacked her head because she said she was laying there and her head, something hit through the tent, or it like rubbed her head or something while she was there. And I'm not having that. I like to hear stuff and see stuff from a distance or whatever, but when crap like that come up on me that night, I'm gonna tell you what, I was terrified, and I'm not gonna lie, I was worried to death that thing was about to stick its head up underneath my rain fly. I'd have
Yeah.
freaked out.
See, I'd heard something the last night we was there, because we left the day before y'all did. We had to get back. I heard something in the woods that one night walking around. I just figured it was a bear.
Well,
But,
you know what's so funny about that though, and it may have been because we did see a bear, but I'm gonna tell you the tracks that I
yeah.
found after you left that night, I heard that thing coming. And that's what was so weird, is because where we was and what we had been out doing that night before we all went to bed. And I, I had went and peed off down the road, because I was with Kane and Mark. And so I told him, I said, I'm going to go down here. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go pee. And we kind of split up, and they stayed down that way. And I walked and went down and kind of went around and down into like a whole nother camping area, and there wasn't anybody in there. And this thing, it come looking for me. That's the only way I can put it, whether it was a bear or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That ain't the tracks that I found back behind my tent the next morning. Did you just hear my dog yelp?
I heard something.
How about that? Now
Hmm.
she's barking like crazy and then yelped and then stopped. Now she's doing it again.
Well, y'all, legitimately, Misty has a lot of weird stuff going at her house, out in the woods behind her house. I mean, she's hearing stuff all the time. She's seeing all kind of weird stuff. I can't make her believe that it's real. It's been going on for years.
Um, when we went to Daniel Boone is where we was at,
Yeah.
and it was a wild trip. It was, and we didn't just experience getting calls and stuff like that. We had I don't even know how to explain it. We had fog roll in on us. Kane was using the what is it, the Ovilus or whatever, like
Yeah.
and you can't, I don't trust none of that crap, and he don't either. We were just playing with it. But the things that it was saying, it was odd, and it was scary because it was saying some demonic crap, not nothing to do with Bigfoot or nothing like that. But hey, Mark,
Yeah.
Vicky, um,
Oh, Mark, I bet Mark's probably working that.
I bet he is.
Mm.
But yeah, kind of like a ghost box, but it wasn't a spirit box. I guess it is on your phone. It just don't run through the channels. It just only speaks whenever, it says something comes through. But no, it wasn't a meet and greet. It was just like a small get together that we done. And
Yeah.
it was daggone, it was wild because we were getting stuff. That was what made it so odd. It wasn't just that we were just using that. It was the way stuff all came together because oh yeah, I know, that's cool.
Check this out, y'all. Get him up here where you see him, see his feet.
Oh, them's
Sand.
neat. That guy does a good job on those.
I mean, y'all look. This thing probably weighs 40 pounds. It's heavy, but the old boy carved this with a dang chainsaw, and he had these. This one's made out of cypress. It's a 8x8 cypress pole. He carved out these Bigfoot. This one's over 2 foot tall. And y'all, oh my God. The guy had a bunch of these up there at that McMinnville, the Tennessee Wildman deal. This one right here, heavy as it is, hand carved, and it's gorgeous. $70. 70 $70.
No, it's not been recent. It's been a couple years, but it was just odd the things that was going on. I mean, we've talked about quite a bit of it, but it was weird. It really was the way everything went together. And if you know anything about the area, that's the located in the Bell Witch area.
Yeah, that's a spooky place. And god dang, you go off in there, you're about 5 miles from having down cell phone service. You're in a butthole of the world.
Yeah. We had fog rolling in on us. And what's weird about it is when it rolled in is when it was saying all that creepy crap on his phone. And then you could just feel stuff around. I don't know. It was weird. And it's like I told it that I knew that it was there and that we wasn't scared of it. And I'd be danged if the feeling didn't go away and the fog started pushing back. It was the craziest thing ever.
Yeah. One of these days, we're going to have to get Aunt Burby to come on here and talk about her wild days and playing with a Ouija board and stuff.
Oh, man. I tell you what, we used to do that too. That is nothing to mess around with because, I mean, them things, I know. What gets me is how they're sold as toys for kids.
Yeah.
And them things are one of the worst things that you can daggone mess with. I used to do it too, and I know not to mess with them now.
I ain't never tell one, don't plan on it.
Years, I'm talking years back whenever I was a kid, a small kid, I can remember going to Mama's and all the women would sit around and they would sit at the coffee table and that's what they just sit and play with it or whatever. And, because at the time, this was when it very first came out and that's what everybody thought. Well, it's just a game, I mean, nobody knew. Nobody that really knew anything about it at the time. Let me say that because there's been Ouija boards forever, but right beside Monopoly at Walmart. Yeah.
They're marketed as like
they're marketed for kids. Milton Bradley, I think, is who makes it.
But it ought to be like build it yourself, portal to hell. We'll build a portal.
That's the problem. They would play it. And it seemed like when they did, because a lot of people don't know that when you do something like that, you've got to be protected. Your area's got to be protected, and you've got to close that thing out right. You really got to know what you're doing to mess with those kind of things. And it would start out, just like a game. And it seemed like the more that it got played with, and the more that it got messed with, it got weird. The candles would flicker whenever they would ask it to, and it would tell them things about, supposedly about a graveyard where they was gold buried. And I mean, that's, that's creepy. And I'm going to tell you something else. I ain't going to say who it was, but now the one that took the board home, and I'm going to tell you right now, 100%, I'm not going to tell who it was, but I'm telling you, they ain't lying. And she took the board home and she told me that whenever she was there by herself, she'd hear a voice coming from the closet that this was put in that was telling her to get it out and play with it.
Shit, I'd have washed that. I'd have washed it with gas. I'd have washed it with gas and dried it. I'd have washed it with gas and dried it with a match.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
she got rid of it after that. She said she was hearing it talking to her from the closet and telling her to
No,
get it out and play it. And I'm getting cold chills just talking about it. But
it wouldn't have.
she said it would only do it whenever I was the only one at the house.
Yeah, it wouldn't have never talked to me but one damn time, and that bitch would have been on fire.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm. Yeah, I'm
Gee,
not. Do what?
I may have to go see what's out here with the dog.
Just open the door back there, and we'll watch it when it comes in and snatches you.
Something just hit something and the dog yelped out again.
All right, we'll see.
Now she's hushed.
At least it'll be live.
But I'm gonna tell you, she catches possums and everything. That's what she's there for my chickens. That's what she is. And I ain't never heard her do that ever.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe your little friend's laying there close.
I got it.
Say
Yeah,
hello to my little friend.
I
Oh,
do.
Leanne, I stay on her every day about. I get on to her every day or every night about. Make sure you carry your friend with you.
Well, golly, you never know around here.
Nope.
Weather's getting cool, so everything's getting hungry now.
Y'all, we're gonna have you watch. We're gonna have a early winter, and it's gonna be bad. Y'all watch.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. Hey, y'all, I'm excited. I got to tell you this right quick. I got me a daggone little freaking fireplace from a greenhouse.
Little
I'm
wood
excited
heater.
about that. I can't
You
wait to
never
get
did
it
tell
put
me
in.
where did you ever find that?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go.
She look. If she walks over like a window fan or something walks by it, she's gonna blow up like a woof.
Yeah, it's been so hot. Me too. Man.
I could bet Misty. If you had like a CO2 cartridge, if you like started to fall down, you could puncture. Thing just blow up. It'd be like an airbag. Poof.
You know, if they was a little bit thicker material, they might actually hold there. They might anyways. I could try a leaf blower. Stick it up the legs. Yeah,
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna have to do it. Let's see. Hey, listen, let me tell you, I almost ordered a little pool. I thought about getting one of the watering tanks and doing the pool out here in the garden right out here at the greenhouse. I thought that would be pretty cool.
Well, I know. I think Leanne was in there today. I know Hillary was when we had her we had her woodwalker show today. I know I had to like freak some folks out when I asked dude the question about how many nipples the goddamn dog woman had. I thought, well, I'm gonna just derail the whole place.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna set a bucket in here, or I mean, one of the big black barrels. I've got one of them, and I'm gonna put it in here with it too, close to it, to try to keep it warm. I've been taking. You guys probably can't see it, but I've been working on putting pool noodles at around the gaps in the top. Now that it's turning off cold, can you see them?
Yeah.
It's working really good. I've been just cutting them and just piecing them in.
Have y'all missed it? Oh my God. Hey, please tell me. I know surely everybody on here has seen the videos where where they got all these costumes, the blow up inflatable costumes that they wear. It's got the little fan on the back,
Thank you.
like a dinosaur or whatever, and they're inside of it. Have y'all seen the ones where the people sneak up behind them and squirt the fart spray in the fan? It blows it in there with them.
No, but I got to tell y'all what I used to damn do to Mom and JR.
Oh my god!
I think I've already told this once before. Thank you. Uh, you know the daggone uh I will, Lisa. Thank you so much for that. Um, you know the little glass things of like the fart smell or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? The like
Yeah,
rotten egg things that you toss and they stink horrible.
stink bombs. Yeah.
I don't know if I should even say this or not. This is horrible. Back years ago, I used to be really mean and do just really mean stuff.
You're talking about last week, like Wednesday.
My mom and them used to hate going anywhere with me. We would be in an aisle and I would take one of them daggone things and I would toss it up underneath the rack where, you know, just out of the way. Or I would pop it somewhere in a daggone paper towel.
Oh my god!
It would stink up the whole freaking aisle, but I would wait until somebody was coming that I would see somebody getting close. And then I'd go, oh my God, why would you do that? I'd get to kids and I'd just take off with the buggy. And I'm like, you're so damn nasty.
uh,
They hated me.
uh,
They hated me for that because I mean, what are you going to say? It wasn't me, it was you. Because the smell stayed right there with you.
yes.
Oh, I'm telling you, I used to be horrible. Look, I've straightened up. I've changed my ways.
I think your version of straight's got a little curve in it. That's nearly some Jimmy Crab leg curve.
Oh God. Hey, look, I can't help it. I was mean.
Well, Misty, think about it. You had growing up, you had to be meaner. You was gonna die.
My mom would do that to me in the store that I'd hear laughing on the other aisle. Yes. Oh, let me tell you what this is so funny, golly. You just have to know my dad and my aunt, but I get it honest, y'all. Look, I get it from both sides. And my daggone dad, I swear, he's got an older sister, which they both passed away now, but uh when they was younger, said that she used to sit in there and you know, they is like I don't know, got 5 or 6 kids, something like that, and they'd have people in and out all the time. And he said she'd be in there damn, and her name was Tina. Now she is a big woman, but they always called her Tiny. And he he said, Tiny, what the hell you doing in there? Shut up banging on that damn piano. He said she'd be just in there just banging away. He said, so one day he said, I told her, he said, if you don't quit doing that, he said, I'm gonna shoot your ass off that stool. He said she kept on and on and on. He said, so I took a daggone the wad out of or the you know I can't even think the crap out of the daggone gun and just left the wad in it in the shotgun shell.
Oh my god!
He said, and I went in there with that gun. He said, I told her. He said, if you don't quit, he said, I done told you. He said, I'm about to show your ass. He said, she just
Oh my!
kept on banging away. He said, I went boom. He said she fell backwards off that damn stool, grabbed her chest, and said, I can't believe you shot me.
Oh my gosh!
He said she didn't thought she's
Good not. No holds barred.
dead. So look, I get it honest. Man. Tiny Tina down.
Yes. uh,
Oh God. I swear, when he told that, I thought I was damn gonna die. Because I mean, you just have to know him. That it'd be way funnier. I'm telling you. But could you imagine doing that to somebody?
yeah, technically, I guess.
Here's your sign.
Mm.
Yeah, he said, I told you.
Well, I'll tell you what it nearly is. It won't be but a couple more weeks. It'll be yard rolling season, and that's where it's fun. Talking about scaring people with a shotgun. Wait till somebody cocks back and goes to throw a roll of toilet paper up in the tree and then shoot that toilet paper as it's going up. Oh,
Uh-oh, look here, hold on. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Greg. Need some prayers? Uh, good. Hang on, I can't even see the
man,
message.
I had
Need
AFib.
some prayers, good
Third,
folks. Just got out of the hospital for the third time in 5 weeks with AFib. I have a blood clot on my heart, and they're trying to get rid of it with blood thinners. Thanks, Greg. We'll be
man,
praying for you,
dude.
Greg. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, Greg, hang in there, buddy. There ain't no doubt, man. Oh, that's tough, man. Maybe they can get that AFib fixed up. I wonder if he'll wind up having to get one of those things to shock his heart back in rhythm, or how long he's had AFib.
I don't know. There was something that I was watching or just seen the other day about that, about a vitamin that if you're lacking or whatever will cause that.
Yeah.
It might have been
Misty,
magnesium.
I don't know, but look, I've got a buddy. He's about 6 years. Well, it's my best friend's uncle, but he's not. But about I guess he's about 8, 9 years older than me. But anyway, big old strapping dude. I mean, this guy looks like. I mean, he's strong as an ox, and I don't mean fat. He's just a big man. He's about 6'4", probably 260 pounds. And you'd think, man, he could pick up a truck. But he has to be careful because he'll go into AFib and he'll just be down, and he'll have to go get shot and pull back in rhythm. But what got setting his off was like he works outside. He works for the power company. He's over a line crew, and a couple of times he went into AFib. He's like, I done it myself. It was hot weather here in Alabama, and he'd get a bottle of cold water or like a Gatorade or something. It was cold, and if he turned it up when that cold went down inside, it would throw his heart into AFib.
Oh,
So he don't drink anything with ice. He don't keep nothing in the cooler. It's basically his room temperature. But he said
really?
if he just drank something cold, it could make his heart go into AFib.
Dang.
Yep. I mean, this
Well,
dude, he
Greg,
looks like.
tell us one more story, and we're gonna have to go because we've been on here an hour and a half, and I need to go check on my dog. She's still out here. She may have a possum or something caught up out here. She may have a coon. Who knows?
What she may do, I don't know. So,
Greg, you
yeah,
said they got you on. Hold on a second. So if they've got you on medicine, then I'm not going to tell you to take anything, but ask them about regularly taking a little bit of cayenne, maybe to keep from getting the blood clots.
man, well, buddy. My heart goes out to you, man, and definitely everybody in here. Hopefully, everybody in here be praying for you, buddy. Ain't no doubt. Just put it in the faith. Put your faith in the Lord, and just hand it over to Him, man. That's where it's at, and that's the reason. Right, I don't know if y'all can see it right there. Psalms. I got 23rd Psalms, 23:4 Psalms, and then 120.1 Psalms. That one right there, the 120.1. That's a short verse, but it basically summed up what happened to me right on the other side of this wall when I broke my leg, laying there in excruciating pain, waiting on the ambulance. And in my mind, I was screaming out like, Lord, how am I going to get by? Lord, what am I going to do? Lord, how am I going to pay my bills? And, Lord, how am I going to take care of my family? And y'all laying there on the ground with my eyes closed, tears welling up in panic. Pain was horrible, don't get me wrong, because I broke my leg 7 places, and there was big chunks of bone trying to come out to the outside and get a breath of air. But y'all, I heard a voice like thunder, and it said, "Do not worry any longer. You will be okay." And then just a few hours later, I got a miraculous healing on my leg. All the bones went back in place, and they didn't even do surgery. They was bad enough when they saw the X-rays, they was going to take my leg off, and they decided to do a CT scan before they done that. And about an hour, hour and a half window, every piece of bone, every scrap of bone, chunk of bone, everything, twist and turn back, went back in place. About a month after that, I was on my porch, and I felt like I was undeserving and felt ashamed that it kind of like the Lord had wasted a miracle on me. And I realized that I was questioning the Lord's decision on what He was doing. And then I sure enough felt like a heel, felt horrible about it. And I picked my phone up. It was like I was on autopilot. And I typed in miraculous healing Bible verses, and it bloop, bloop, bloop. It popped up first screen. The very first screen on it said it had 5 verses. There was 5 of them in a row on that screen. Top 2, bottom 2, I could barely read them. I could have read them, but they were dim and dull and a little bit blurry. But the one in the middle was that Psalms 120.1. And if I'd looked through the Bible for a month trying to find a verse that fit my scenario, what happened, I couldn't have found anything better. And 120.1 is, "In my distress, I called to the Lord, and He answered me." That's exactly what happened right here. I was in distress, and I was calling out to the Lord, and He answered me. And that's what He told me. He said, "Do not worry any longer. You will be okay." And that's a true fact. Happened about 8 foot right behind this wall right here. So all I can tell you, brothers, pray hard, put your faith in the Lord, and you may get that miracle, brother. I did. I never thought I'd be the guy talking about telling anybody that I was the guy that got a miracle, but I am that guy.
We did a group prayer for a guy fixing to have cancer surgery to remove his saliva glands, and they did a pre-op test right before, and the cancer was completely gone. Doctors checked 3 more times. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all, there's power in words. There's absolutely power in words. I mean, that power in prayer, and there's power in words. People don't believe it, but the Lord gave people power in their words. The faith in the word. That's just like being able to rebuke stuff. If your heart's right and you're right with the Lord and you've got the faith, y'all, you can command stuff to leave and it will leave.
Hey, Ken.
Look, Gary, that's old Kenny.
No, Leanne, you missed it. You're just going to have to go back.
You've got to say the romper.
The shit y'all talk me into, I swear.
I'm talking about, look here. Misty, we got 50 people in here. Look at there.
That's awesome.
Look at there. PJ had a broken jaw and was healed. That's what I'm talking about. Look, and you know what the wonderful thing about all this is? Y'all, look, you do not have to be that Christian that goes through the church door every time the doors swing open. You don't have to be that holier than thou. But if you've got the faith in the Lord step in your heart and He can absolutely heal whatever. But the faith is what counts. Oh, the motorcycle.
Wow.
Y'all, look, that's honest to God. That was I was as scared that day as any time I've ever been in my life with anything.
It.
I mean,
I
it
give
was
you shit, but I guarantee it.
that was horrible. And if I do let myself go into that whole deal, it messes me up for a few days. I have to be careful when I tell that story. And I guarantee PJ knows exactly what I'm talking about when I tell that too. Oh, you can't. It takes me to a bad place. But we may have to tell it. I ain't got it in me tonight, y'all. I really don't. I got some more stuff going on. Yeah. But yeah,
No,
it's mm,
no, it was it got stuff got crazy when that happened. But
yeah, that's that thing, y'all. I've never heard anything in my life as mad as what that thing was, and it was absolutely tearing the woods apart in a spot about say a 20-foot circle, and that thing was thrashing trees. It was breaking. It sounded like breaking saplings, not limbs, but saplings. And I, honest to God, thought there was a dogwood tree that big around. I thought that tree was going to uproot. I mean, we're talking about a tree over 25 foot tall, and I thought it was going to pull it plumb out of the ground.
will you at
Oh,
least just make the motorcycle sound?
yeah, I don't want to tonight. No, you can never tell what's outside right here. It may stir up either.
Do the
Y'all,
roar, Shrek.
yeah. Um,
It gets bigger in your head.
yeah, y'all look. I've sat in that recliner right here, and from that recliner to this window right here is about 6 feet, maybe 7. I've had things walk up to this window right here and start jerking on the door. That'll get your attention too.
Speaking of the last time that we was there, uh, who all was there? Let's see. It was me and you and Sherry and Jim, Troy and
Billy.
Billy. Well, Troy and Billy stayed in the back room, and I slept in the room that I always sleep in. Greg slept in the recliner, and Sherry and Jim took the room on the opposite side. Well, me and Sherry both opened the windows up, the curtains or whatever, and left them open the whole time pretty much that we was there. Well, one night though, we left them open and we slept with them open. And we didn't think nothing of it. We didn't think anything had come around or whatever. Well, apparently Billy and Troy found footprints out there at the daggone right there on the side where at the gas tank where the window curtains was pulled back.
Yeah.
He said, Billy said, Troy, they didn't even tell me till after we had left. And he said, Troy, he said, come out here and look at this. And he said, what do you see? And then he said, Troy didn't even walk all the way out to it. And he said something like, that's a damn track or something or a print. And it was right there, like it was coming straight up to right there to the window.
I told you. I've told y'all that over and over. They come up on that end.
Look, I thought Donna was going down. I thought she was gonna have a fit the night that we slept back there in the bunk beds. It was like a daggone sleepover. I got stuck on the top bunk and she was on the bottom. And she said, if you go to sleep with the blinds open, she said, you ain't putting me on the top. She said, I want to be where I can run.
Spencer,
I had the
Spencer asked me
blinds cracked open.
when Spencer the first time he come down here, he went in there with that where the bunk beds are in that bedroom back there. He come back in here. He's like, "Hey, there's a there's like a rifle in there in that room, stood up in the corner by the bed." He said, "It looks like an AK." I said, "That's because it's an AK-47 with a 30-round mag in it. All you gotta do is hit the safety and jerk the bolt back, and it's ready to roll." He's like, "What's it in there for?" I said, "In case somebody's in that room and something's trying to come through that window." And he's like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, you want to be in that room and something's coming through the window and you're empty-handed?" Hey, yeah, I look. Every bedroom here is armed.
Yeah, well, I never knew anything was even out there. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
Yep.
I guess whenever I was out, I was out. I laid there for a long time just watching outside, just, trying to wait and see if something come up, but I never
And
seen nothing. But
Misty, I got it. You'll never be able to explain it to people, them understand. Tell me how every time you come here, it's like, oh, hey, here's Misty. Misty's here. Come on, y'all. Hey, Misty's here. Every time, does it not?
I well, that's what's so funny. It does, except for the time that I took JR with me, because I
Yep.
told him, I said, "You ain't allowed to come back with me no more." He was
Yeah.
like, "Well, why not?" I said, "Because," I said, I said, "They don't come around whenever you're here."
Yeah. That. But y'all, I mean, I guess that was the only time that nothing happened when you and him came. But every other time, it's like, I mean, Misty's had stuff happen here that a lot of people be writing in a book.
And it's weird too because I, no, they ain't nothing there at all. That's a daggone either a pistol or a how big a wrench is that? There's
Oh, that
something you can
wrench.
get a hold of, some kind of something.
There's a wrench in there that I'm not big. I've got a pipe wrench screwed to the wall. It's a 4 foot long rigid pipe wrench that weighs about 85 pounds. It'd take much of a man to swing that wrench. My
That,
man cave, y'all, is decorated in man stuff. It's a true man cave.
yep. Well, now I tell you though, it's like Art said, things don't have to happen, but sometimes they do. It's weird because just like when I pulled up during the day that time, I mean, that was so odd. They had to have been hanging around your house, whatever in the world that was making that noise, had to have been there.
Well,
I mean, I don't know how.
man, you figured out that day that as much as was going on, there had to be minimum of three, if not four or five of them things.
It sounded like a daggone zoo.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't never heard nothing like that. I've never heard anything get that tore up and start yelling like a bunch of monkeys other than being at the zoo in the daggone monkey area. It was the oddest thing I'd ever heard, and I bet I hadn't been there 5 or 10 minutes. We were still standing outside, and I got to laughing. I think's what it was. I got to giving Yins a hug, and we got to joking about something, and I laughed out. And as soon as I laughed, here it went.
Yes. Misty got into her high pitched laugh, and y'all about 75, 80 yards right across the little swag right here, a little dip hollow on the other side. The whole world turned upside down. It was like a whole cage full of monkeys at the zoo. I mean, think of it, going to the zoo in Birmingham, Alabama, a big zoo, in the primate cage, and you're in there throwing out bananas, and they're going crazy. And it look, people say, oh, it was owl, or it was no, hell to the no. It was not no owl. It was not no bird. And y'all, I don't mean like you're straining to hear it. Hell no. It was loud.
It was loud. It was the wildest thing I've ever heard. But now it done that again while we were all out there that one night whenever Caitlin and Sherry and Hunter and everybody was there.
Yep.
Remember, because he was sitting leaned up against the back rail like that, and we were all out there joking and cutting up and going on. And something threw a daggone rock right past him and landed right over in front of us. And later that night, after everybody went to bed, we were all sitting out on the porch playing Jenga and Hangman, and we got to laughing. And I just went outside, or had just went in the house. Everybody was still sitting outside. It was you, me, Sherry, Caitlin, and Donna, I think, is the only ones that was out there, and we was playing games on the porch
Yep.
and laughing and going on. And I started getting cold, and I said, I got to go in and change. And so as soon as I walked in and started changing, they said Sherry came jerking the door open, and she's like, you got to get out here. And they said the whole woods just started
It
erupting.
did.
But you know
It
what's
tore it.
weird about that is I had the daggone blinds open in the room again where I was in there changing. I mean,
Yeah.
these things are
He was in there
perfect.
going. Was you Was you doing the running man in front of the window?
He's not gonna tell it tonight, Steve. He
I ain't
said
gonna
he
tell it
would.
not. I'll tell it. I'll tell it later on. I gotta. Oh, y'all. I mean, I'm not kidding. That's what I mean, y'all. Some of this stuff that I've talked about, it's it messes you up for a few days. And I really ain't got it in me tonight to go into that one. But I'll tell it before long. I'll tell it again.
No, and I wasn't naked either. I mean, it wasn't nothing like that. I mean, I just was changing. I think I had just went in and was digging through my bag and had just started. I mean, I had on a bra and stuff, but it was just odd because I don't know how many. And I know. I mean, I'm just saying, just tell it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. How many of y'all women that get out and do this though, and you change or whatever in your tent during the day? Now I'm telling you right now, I can, and I do it on purpose a lot of times. If I know that there's nobody camping nowhere back behind me, I'll open my tent flap so far and just on the back side, and that way when I get in there or whatever, and I'm never completely undressed or whatever, but I will, change my shirt or something like that, and it never fails. 9 times out of 10, I will hear a owl call or something go off back behind, and I'm not making that crap up. I'm telling you, it's the truth, and that's the oddest thing ever. You could
Just
just to
cause,
get an owl
just,
call or it's weird.
just cause you got your little grippy socks on, don't mean you're not totally undressed.
Well, hey, I think that romper's. That's what I said. I think they're gonna like the romper. I'm gonna have to get me one that's got big feet on it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look, all you gonna have to do is do the running man or
Hey,
the
Robert.
MC Hammer
Hey,
around
Rob.
counting out.
I am not doing that. You already had me in here doing it, and I couldn't freaking do it. I said I got to kick my shoes off for this.
Oh yes.
And I was trying to do the running man and the Roger Rabbit. I can't do none of it. It's been like 30 years.
You have to practice up before meet and greet.
Every time Rob irresistible to the bees.
Yes. The romper brings all the boogers to the yard.
Yep.
I can't read that text right there.
I'm gonna have to change it. I know. It says at the least it unsettles you just thinking about an encounter. You watch windows, listen before crossing the yard, little stuff. That's one thing. I mean, I know I do stupid stuff, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I do, and
Well, y'all look.
but
Y'all
at the
can see.
same
Y'all can
time,
see.
I mean, I do what?
Yeah. I mean, look. They can see right here that green on that window. That is a military big truck tarpaulin, like they cover big loads with. I cut them and made the curtains out of that. You cannot see through that at all. Misty will tell you, sun be shining. I can close them and it's dark in here.
Oh yeah,
Look, I've got the windows. You can't see in.
not at all. But that's that's another reason why we just have to completely open them because you can't see nothing. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, look, you gotta let them know that you're there. We don't go to Greg's. We do not make any kind of noise or I mean, we do nothing to instigate anything, and
Uh-uh.
that's completely out of respect for going to Greg's house. But at the same time, I open a curtain and I just look around a little bit, let some light in, little things like that. That's not really nothing out of the ordinary because it's something I do every time I go. And so no, nothing thinks anything of it being anything different than what I
It's over
normally
there.
do anyhow.
She's doing this in the winter.
Yeah. I gotta flex my hammer pants.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Hammer time.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can't touch this. uh,
Hammer time.
I
Yeah,
seen
I agree.
Brother Flat Rock has made it in the house.
Yep. Just like that, they do. They watch PJ when she gets in her pool. They're
Yeah,
perverts. They're
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 part.
I think a lot of it, and I may be wrong, I think a lot of that is the juveniles. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're all perverts, but I think maybe that's them just being teenagers.
Oh yeah, hormones raging.
Yep, that's what I think.
Uh, they y'all. And I'll tell you something else too. I think they're attracted to women that's got like blonde hair, real light colored hair. I think they notice that.
And I have to say, I did. I would get more stuff happen when I had longer blonde hair or when I
Yeah.
had my dreads when they were real long and I wore them wrapped up and where you could actually see that it seemed like when I had more hair stuff I don't know, it's weird. But I mean I've not really been out a lot since I've cut all my hair off, but yeah, when it was blonde or really really long, I think they know most of the time, 9 times out of 10, that it's a woman anyways. Plus they probably can smell the difference, I'm sure.
Well, that's what me and you talked about too. If like if a woman's on her cycle, it's not safe to really be doing a lot.
And it
To
never
me,
fails. I can't go anywhere.
yeah, it's like every time you go on a meet and greet or outing or whatever, Misty's like, I'm bleeding through the woods. It's like, would you stop? It's like you
Well,
like
you
you hold
heard
it off.
Kumbo whenever we was at his place. Me and Rebecca was about to bus before we went out to eat. And I said, Kumbo, we're gonna have to go pee somewhere. I said, we're women, we gotta kind of go off somewhere. And
Yeah,
so me and Rebecca walked. He said, "No, don't y'all go too far." And I bet it wasn't. God, we didn't even have time to hardly get to where we was going to pee to get away from the truck. And he was done going, somebody check on them girls.
yeah.
Because he knew, he was like, y'all don't need to be out there using the bathroom
Uh-uh.
and peeing right there. But I mean,
Yeah.
what? Hold on, what? Yeah, they had to shut down that girls' camp because they were coming in and stealing the underwear off the clothesline. Is that true,
Oh
or are you
wow.
just being silly?
I don't know.
Because that's
They have.
crazy. I mean,
Look
that.
at it. BF Bud done slid up in here amongst everything.
Uh huh. Well, there's 56 people in here. What time is it? God, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Nah, it's still young. The night is young.
Flat Rock. Misty, I was just sitting on Greg's back porch on a Zoom call and a loud breathing noise close by me. Gosh.
Yeah. I told him about that a little bit earlier, not Flat Rock. Flat
All
Rock's
right.
gonna have he'll be back up here for long. They're working on his truck up here. He's gotta get it fixed and then come back and get it.
So it's still there?
Well, it's about probably about a 45-minute drive from here to there. It's on the other side of Coleman. It's in Arab, Alabama, is where it's at. So it's 45 minutes or so from here. But he'll come back. That was the closest shop, so they didn't have to tow it a long way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosh,
dang, I can't. If he'd had to have it towed back where he lives, it'd been $500-600 record bill.
that's what I was going to say. He may be better off to fix it where it's at. Heck, I've had
Yeah,
to do that before.
luckily it was still under warranty. He just had it worked on not long ago. It had a new transmission put in it, and something went out. It's under warranty, but he had to get it towed to a shop. He found a shop up here that would do the warranty work. So hopefully they'll get him going maybe this week or next. He's going to come back. I hope he's going to dang talk Kenny in there to riding up here with him. Come get his truck maybe.
Yeah.
Kenny needs
I
to come
know.
by. I'll get Kenny out here on the back porch doing some type of native dance or something, and we may have the whole place turned upside down.
Yeah, me too, Leanne, but I don't know how whatever's at his place would take a bunch of people.
Look, no. Kane's dealing with something up there. The biggest one I've seen here is 9-footer. That's bad enough. I can't imagine Look, a 9-footer equates out to about 18 or a hair over 18-inch tracks. What we found here. Kane's finding tracks 25, nearly 26 inches long. I don't want no part of that. None. No.
Yeah, he's and the last what I guess probably week or so, he's had quite a bit of stuff going on at
Yeah.
his place.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day, or me and him, I actually private messaged him, and we were talking about, I don't know what's going on, what's setting them off, and there's all kind of different things that could be setting them off. There's really no telling. I mean, most time he's got a pretty good working I guess you call it relationship with them, and they but something's to set him off. I don't know. He's done some things around his house, and I don't know. He cleaned up some like little spots in the woods. May not have liked that. Who knows? I mean, you really don't have any idea to know what you could have done to set him off.
What is this? They use his pond as a bird bath. Sounds
Yeah,
like.
look, I wouldn't doubt that at all. That they don't go down there and get in that pond and wash off or grab fish. There's no telling what they do.
Yeah, because he said there's fish in it.
Yeah, yeah, and look, people don't realize this. What Kane's dealing with, and Kane is in the middle of nowhere. He's about 900 acres around him, and he's it. His driveway's I don't know how long, and he's out there by himself
Love you
in that
too,
log
Hillary. I
cabin.
hope your husband gets to feeling better.
Yeah, maybe he'll get out of the hospital. Quit poisoning him.
You've been feeding him mushrooms.
No
Oh, I watched
doubt.
a story about that today.
Uh, I don't know what they say about the blood moon. I've got no idea. Um,
Well,
yeah, Kane. The thing about Kane, I know it's not a bear because whatever the hell that is heaving rocks up on his roof. I mean, it's
I
throwing
think it's
stuff
been
on the house.
smacking the house and stuff here
Yeah,
quite a
yeah,
bit for the last few days because he was making some videos talking about it and he was doing a live whenever some stuff was happening.
when I knew what told me it was serious was about a month or so back when it first started. I was watching him live, and he wound up when he got off the live. He messaged later on, and I can't remember if it was the next day or what, but he pretty much said that he wound up in an upstairs bedroom holding his handgun. And if you've got Kane Michaels shook up enough to retreat into upstairs of the house and be in a room closed up with a handgun in his hand, because Kane don't get spooked.
Well,
It's done got bad.
I'm going to tell you, could you imagine? I mean, Kane's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, out there in the middle of nowhere by himself. He is
Yeah,
literally so far out. He uses DSL internet,
yeah,
and it's pick and choose. He either gets TV or internet or whatever. I mean,
yeah,
yes, yes, so he did.
no doubt.
That's funny.
The silver guy. You know what Abby calls him? You know what? Do you have a clue what Abby calls him? Kane Fieri.
Kate Fieri.
Yeah, it's like Guy Fieri. That's what Abby, when she sees him, she's like, he looks like Guy Fieri, the cook.
Uh, he's he's been apparently it's
I'm just
dry
glad his
in Ohio.
I'm just glad his eyesight returned.
Oh my gosh, man.
That will go down as one of the most epic podcasts we've ever had.
I don't care. That's the best ever. They ain't nothing gonna top that. When everybody
Uh-uh.
was laughing and cried and man.
Uh, the best part was Don took it in stride.
I want to get Dawn on. I tell you what, that's somebody that I want to be able to sit down and talk to. I have wanted to get him on for over a year, and I don't think he's really doing a whole lot of podcasts now. But I'm going to tell you, he's somebody that I'd like to really sit down and talk to because he is the retired park ranger, and he knows a lot of stuff that's happening. He talks about a lot of stuff, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff he don't talk about. But at the same time,
Yeah,
he talks about like spiritual side of things too. I mean, he's a smart man. I'm just going to tell you. I'd really
well,
like to.
he was
I mean,
actual game.
we give him crap about that, and I hope he don't think nothing of that because that we were not making fun of him at all over that. That just happened to
Yeah.
be just epic and funny, and it is what it is. But
Oh, it
I'm
was
telling
that
you,
was priceless.
he is a smart man. I'd love to sit down and just have a good
Oh yeah.
conversation with him.
No, he was an actual Tennessee game warden, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He
That's
lived
what I thought.
real close to Roger. Roger
Yeah,
knows him real well.
yeah. Well, now he's moved now.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he moved to Florida or somewhere. I think what Roger said he moved to be close to his son or grandkids or something.
Oh,
I'm
I
pretty
didn't know.
sure that's what Roger told me.
Huh.
Yeah,
I didn't know he had moved.
yeah. Undoubtedly, he was a game warden for years.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what he retired doing.
Yeah.
All right. One more story, Greg, then we got to go. Tell us something good, something nobody's
I don't.
heard.
I'm sitting here reading Pyro's deals. Did we see PJ's nice book?
Did
Be
PJ get
walking.
away?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Oh, no, she must have just seen tracks because he said I'd be walking the waterways until I found that dude.
Well, I mean, I'm wondering if she shot one and got away. I don't know. I hope I don't do her like they done me. If she shot one, maybe she'll find it.
Yeah, we're about to end, guys. I think everybody's getting tired.
Well, I just want to say a big 59 folks. I think we hit 60 a while ago. But y'all, just a big thank y'all for everybody that's hung in here with our goofiness tonight. We had no topic. This was by the skin of our ass or seat of our pants or all the above. It's just
PJ said
us.
he videoed one. You know,
Oh,
Robert, you said you worked at the state park and the topic never came up. You know, me and my sister were hiking and it got dark on us. And we actually, we didn't get a map. And that's silly because we knew the place that we was that their trails weren't marked for crap. I think people get in there and move the signs around. Well, um, I
wow.
think that's what they had done to this one because I was thinking the last time that we had, I mean, we go to this place all the time, and I was thinking that the last time that we had hiked through there, it had brought us, had like looped us around and kind of brought us down to the bottom of where the camping area was, and we only had to just walk like across the road and back up over to the camp area. Well, that is not what happened. It was getting dark on us, and we were still way back on the trail. You're not even supposed to be back in there after dark. And luckily, we took flashlights and all that with us. And, oh, sorry, I was trying to read what that said. But we got turned around because somebody had took the daggone signs and moved them. And when we came out, we were like 2 miles from the campsite at night and going to have to walk the daggone road all the way back up. I'm talking the main road, curvy, and there's no place to get off the
Wow.
edge of the road whatsoever. Thank goodness there was a game warden down at the lake access, and he was going through closing off gates. And he's a young guy, little cute fella, and he was adorable. He's a little young guy, and So I told Caitlin, I said, when he told us about taking us back, I was like, oh, we can walk. I said, it's fine. He was like, oh, you don't want to walk from here. He said, it's about 2 miles to just to the bottom where you get into the campsite area. He said, and then you got to walk the whole road all the way through and then go back up into the camp. So I was like, okay, well, I was like, if you're sure, we'll take a ride. So we get in the back of the truck and I told Caitlin, I said, I'm going to ask. And she goes, don't you do it. So when he was closing the gate, we were sitting in the back of the truck. And I said, look, I said, I got to ask. And I think he thought I was going to flirt with him at first because he just, kind of come up like propped on the tailgate. He's just kind of standing there. And I was like, have you ever seen or heard anybody talk about Bigfoot? And he just kind of laughed and just threw his head back, stepped back. And I said, seriously? I said, I'm just asking. And he said, well, he said, I tell you, he said, I have to say, he said, I ain't never heard nobody say anything like that about, Bigfoot here in this park. He said, but I have had people make reports of seeing fairies here flying in and going
Really?
under rocks. Now, how crazy is
Really?
that? They literally went to the game warden office and reported that.
Wow.
That's the last thing I expected him to say was fairies.
Yeah. Did I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to figure out we got to do this on a Friday night or a Saturday night. You got to get Caitlin to come on here with you so she can tell us some camping with squirrel stories.
I'll tell you what, I wanted her to come on after we got back from that camping trip and talk about what happened. Y'all, that was absolutely crazy. That was a crazy trip. We done a girls' trip, just me and her, and we wound up staying in an area that I don't know what's in there. I'm not gonna say it's Bigfoot or whatever because y'all know me. I'm still I know what I think, but I ain't 100% there until I see something face to face. So I can only tell you what I think. But now I'm going to tell you there's some weird stuff went on that night. I had something now let me tell you this right quick. Her and her husband went and camped in the same place, just in a different camping spot. And they swore they would never go back. And I'm talking, they took the dogs with them, and she's got a German Shepherd. Now I'm going to tell you that dog would protect us with his life. I mean, he is smart and he is protective. He didn't leave mine on her side the whole time. If we were down next to the water and I was down there, it didn't matter if we were trying to get in the creek or if we were trying to do dishes or whatever. If we were away from camp and away from the fire, that dog was right there with us. And Leanne, actually, one of the pictures of me being in the creek, we had been out boogering that night, just me and her. And when we come back, I was sweaty. And so, because we had hiked, and then what we done, we had went to where it was going to fall kind of dusky dark and hiked. And then we kind of stayed and just, kind of listened around a little bit and then went back to camp. Well, when we done that, I went and got in the creek that night. And I was just kind of, bent over, just rinsing my hair where I was sweaty. And it just so happened the picture that Caitlin took, if she had been just an inch or two lower, we'd have never even known. And there could have been stuff up above it. And I don't know what it was, but they was sure a set of eyes that looked like it was quite a ways away apart. Yeah, they are eyes, Leanne. I'm telling you, they ain't a doubt in my mind that ain't a set of eyes. And it was literally straight up the side of the mountain from where I was, right above me, and on that side. Now I know the area, and on that side it goes pretty much straight up. I've had to climb up, up in there before, and you're talking hands and knees going, and it was. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. Just to be honest with you, I'm hoping it don't ruin me being, being out in the woods or being outside, but now I know they was something there, and we got it sounded like an elk. There's not elk right there where we were, and this sounded like it was coming straight from camp. We were already in the car. She was in her car. Okay, I'm getting so distracted because there was so much that happened. When they camped, she said they'd never go back and tent camp again. Well, when I talked her into going and camping, it was just me and her, and it was me and her and the dog. And she's got a Subaru and a tent that hooks on the back of it to where she can like close the zipper and either be in the back of the car or have it open to where it goes out into the tent too. And so her and the dog slept in the car. She wouldn't even sleep in the tent part. And I said, well, you make sure you leave that hatch open. That way, if something happens, I said, I'm coming through that daggone mesh. I said, I don't care. And she said, well, I'm sleeping in the car. That way, if something happens, she said, you just jump in. She said, screw the tent. We're out of here. And yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know, Leanne. It was there was so much happened that night. Actually, those 2 nights, but the second night is when it got really weird. I heard something pop the door handle on my truck. Now, there again, we had people that was messing around too, and I know there was. Uh, why would you do that? I mean, I guess because we were just two females there, but we found boot tracks where some guys had come in to the back of our camp. And I don't know if it was while we was there or while we was gone or what in the world was going on, but one of them, I guess the dog had scared him off when he come running out probably when we was sitting at the fire because something had scared him and he tried to take off. And that's the same way he wanted to go, was out to the road. And we already had a couple vehicles coming through that was like slowing down, and you could hear them go down and stop down at the end of the road, like just so far down, right where the gate was. Something tried to close the gate on us. We were the only ones that was down on that end. I don't even know how many other people were camping in there while we were there. And something was throwing rocks, and it could have been people. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just telling you what happened. But something was throwing rocks in the water, and we found a stack of rocks on the iron gate. Uh, but we found tracks where somebody had come in and they had lost their hat. They had tried to run out and I guess knocked the hat off their head. Now, I don't know what scared them. Maybe it was the dog or whatever. But at the same time that the dog was going off and going this way, that we thought we heard, maybe some people messing around down here across the river or whatever, about where the eyes was. We got a daggone, I mean, it sounded almost like an elephant, but not an elephant. I don't even know how to explain it. It was like honestly, it almost sounded, I hate to say it, but it almost sounded kind of like a shofar, is about what it sounded like. A mix between a shofar and an elephant, if you've ever heard what a shofar sounds like.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was a wild, wild sound. And then we got what sounded like a elk bugling right out of camp when we were in there laying down, and that's when I heard my door handle pop. So I don't know if somebody was messing with us or what, but I know it was a weird weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that when I was y'all over there where we went bear hunting. Is that where y'all was at?
Yeah. Yeah. Staying down in the end, down in the bottom. And there wasn't nobody there but us.
Wow.
Now, it didn't sound like that. And this is the thing, where that came from, there's no way anybody could have been over there, and especially at night. They would have had to have went through the creek, up the side of a mountain, and there's nothing over there. Nothing.
Look, y'all, I've been there. I went up there and bear hunted with them 3 days where she's talking about. My God, you better be damn Olympian to hoof it up down them damn hills.
I'm gonna tell you,
It's mountains.
thick. I mean, you ain't, when it's the thick of summer, you might as well count on not taking anything in with you, because if you're going to be trying to hike or crawl through where you're not staying on an old logging road or something like that, you might as well count on getting down on your hands and knees and trying to literally just crawl through the laurel and over it and under it, and just the best you can, because that's exactly the way it is. Or it's straight up or it's straight down. You're either sitting down and sliding, or you're down on your hands and knees and grabbing a hold of whatever little tree limb or root you can get a hold of, trying to pull yourself up.
Yeah,
I mean, this is no way nobody could have got in there unless they was already over there. And I don't know.
And a campground is really not a good thing to call this, because this ain't really a campground. This ain't like staying in a normal campground. This is just a road through the damn forest on up through the mountains. It's got some little pull offs where you can camp. This is like totally primitive, and I mean middle of nowhere. It ain't like there would be a lot of people in there or somebody in there trying to do something.
Well, it's the Appalachian Trail runs right through there in 2 or 3 different places. It runs along the whole area. I mean, y'all know how long the Appalachian Trail is. I mean, who knows what kind of weirdos and whatever
Yeah.
is coming in and out of there. I know they'd have had a bad day though if they'd have thought they were going to pull some kind of crap. And I'm not talking about the daggone big feats either.
Yeah.
They had no idea that we weren't their average women that they were trying to peek on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm tempted, with me, things go bump in the night, I go bang, bang.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it was already weird enough. It's no, they wasn't no shower. I'm gonna tell you, Leanne, it was so weird while we were there with men just driving through and just trying to watch us. I mean, but that is so creepy. Y'all, if y'all
Yeah.
are like that, I'm sorry, get a freaking life or get a girlfriend or whatever. Stop being damn perverts because, women don't like that shit. I'm just going to tell you. And this guy, we were trying to pack up and leave. And I'd be danged if he didn't he backed his car in right across from us and just sat there with his doors open for over an hour, just sitting there watching us. I pulled my truck up and turned it sideways and opened the doors and tried to block his ass the best I could because I thought, man, what in the world? I mean, how you gonna do that and people know what you're doing? That's a weirdo right there. I'm just gonna tell you, somebody sit there and do that in broad daylight, knowing that you know what they're doing. Yeah,
Some
that
people
is
do
creepy.
here.
Yeah, yeah. There's feral people in the mountains here.
Yeah.
Sure is. Well, supposedly. We'll just say supposedly. Yeah. Uh, well, I hated
Oh,
that for him. If he'd have tried something's all I got to tell him because I'll tell you one thing. First off, the dog would have got him. And then if that didn't stop him, then we'd have had to take care of it. But it is what it is because I'm damn sure not getting got or letting my sister get got. So
I refuse to be a victim.
you daggone right.
Yeah.
Uh, it was a wild weekend, but now I tell you.
We got to get Caitlin on here and get her perspective of it.
Look, I'm creeps.
Hey,
I mean, there ain't no need for it.
uh-uh.
Not probably not where we was at. I mean, there might be, but that's the area that we were in. I don't think it would have been nobody like that. And it wasn't that time of year either, which that don't mean anything, but um
Well, look, anybody that hoof it up down them mountains right there for ginseng, they something off in their head to start with because they ain't. I wouldn't have went up that mountain over there for 10 pounds of ginseng. Uh-uh.
people don't realize what they think when you bear hunting that you got your dogs out running and doing all the work. They got no idea until they're in there. You do as much work as them dogs do, if not more, because if you wind up getting one, you got to figure out how to get that big ass thing out. And a lot of
Yeah,
times it takes groups of us. We'll take the dogs out first, and then if they ain't enough of us, we got to go back in
yeah,
and drag the bear out. And you can't do it by yourself, especially if it's any kind of size to it whatsoever. In that kind of situation, it's some work, let me tell you. It ain't. You either, when you go the first time, you either love it or you ain't coming back.
Yeah.
And being in there, y'all, what's so weird is doing this stuff before I started getting into this. I'd go into the woods by myself. Hell, a lot of us do, but me and Sherry, if we were the only ones that would be in there during training season or just anything, we'd have to go in by ourselves and get dogs. You talk about creepy. It was creepy before I found out about all the things that could be in there with me, let alone, just going in by myself and it getting dusky dark and walking a mile or two in to go in and try to find dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not do it. Ain't no way. I seen enough of that country when we was up there last November to know I wouldn't want to be in there alone.
Well, I guess we better go. Golly, we've been on here
Yep.
almost 2.5 hours. I said 30 minutes, and now look.
Well, to the 55 people that's hung in there with us like rusty fish hooks, we sure do appreciate and love all y'all.
Yeah,
Thank y'all
guys,
so
I'm
much.
sorry. I'm sorry again. We done a Sunday. Like I said, we're going to try to start doing Fridays and Saturdays. It's just not been working out that way. We're trying, but we decided to go ahead and at least just do one because we're trying to get it built up to where it'll start, the algorithm and stuff will start putting it out and showing it more, because there's so many channels that's got the same name even though it's different that show up that we don't even really I mean, even people with the links are having a hard time finding it. Robert said, I said a long show.
Well, look, hey, here's what I want to ask all y'all. I look, after the show ends, not here in live chat, but after the show, go over where you can comment on the video and go into the comments and leave us look, you don't even have to leave a long comment. Just do like a 1 through 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Rate Misty's super romper 1 through 10. Just go in there.
Good night. No, you do not have to rate my romper.
Yes. No. It's the MC romper pants.
I gotta find me some that's got some daggone Bigfoot on it.
Yes. But y'all, good night, everybody. Big love to all y'all. And we'll see y'all soon, maybe. Hopefully.
Romper ratings.
Yes. Romper rate the romper.
No, don't rate the romper.
Yes, rate the romper. A double dog man dare you.
Look, Ruby Dunn said MC Romper 10.
Oh
man. All right, y'all. Well, I hope everybody has a good week, good work week. Don't work too hard. And if you don't work, don't have too much fun. So, love the romper. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, we love yous. Y'all have a good night.
See y'all.
Bye.
The saxophone weeps a lonely blues down on a street with nothing to lose. Saw a flash of fangs in the alley's grind. Someone's running out of precious time. There's a heavy breathing beneath your bed, filled with all the things your mama dreads. You say it sleeps, but the fear is deep, and we're the only promise they can keep.